Okay, it seems we are live. Give me a second to set chat overlay. Hey, Tanis. And the last bit. Okay, cool. Now it should show overlay of IRC chat in the video stream. Huh. Okay. It doesn't work. Which is unexpected. Okay. Here we go. Good. Hello, Antares. Okay, I understood. I did it in a wrong channel. Okay. Hello and welcome everyone. I am Andrew Tropin and I am free and open source software developer, author of Guix Home and RD projects, and also I do streams on various technical topics. And in this stream series we talk about development tools and practices, free and open source software, and how to make a sustainable, ethical business out of it. Also, we do some usual duties like code review, other maintenance tasks, and development of free and open source software projects. On previous stream, we talked about monetization options, which are available if you do some free and open source software work. And I forgot to mention one more option, which is also viable. It's more about monetization for developer, not about sustainable business, but still a good option, is get some grants for research and development of some things. And there are some organizations which provide such grants, and it's also quite good option if you want to spend time developing some useful for humanity software, but want to find some funding for this project. Also, we did a lot of not a lot, but some code review and merged a few patches, and one of them was related to models themes. The problem that models themes version 4 has incompatible API and requires some updates on our site to make it possible to work. And this patch partially solves some of the problems, but I had to work a little more into the today morning on it to make it, more complete. And I spent a few hours already. And today probably we will continue our work on RD appearance feature, which configures modus themes. And also what else we have? Let's talk about dogfooding a little. Let's actually start from it. Dogfooding is a phenomenon when the developers of some software actually uses this software in their daily life, and it's quite usual in open source world, I guess, because usually we do some projects that we really want, and it's of course means we want to use them, but in industry in general, it's not always the case, because you can make software for people who do some work that you are not related at all, and the dogfooding is a good practice because in my opinion it has few benefits. First of all, you have a continuous testing of your project, because you did updates to it, you use it and see the problems, so it saves the resources on quality assurance team, because you don't need separate people testing this product, or you need much less team for such tasks, because every developer also a user of the software and also a tester. It may be not complete testing of all possible scenarios, but still covers a lot of most common use cases. So you at least okay with quality assurance process when you do dogfooding. Also, it provides it shortens the feedback loop between user and the developer, and because developers are also users, they see what and how some things works and can improve and iterate really quickly. And the downside that you use it so often, so you maybe maybe adopted to some quirks of it and so on, and it doesn't bother you too much, so you don't do anything about it, while for some external user it may be obvious that it doesn't have to be this way and should be fixed and so on. So it's a small downside which may be significant for you, but I don't feel that it's really that significant. Please let me know if you have something else to say on this topic. I would really glad to see what you think, and maybe I will update notes for this talk and write down those ideas here. And let's testers and shorter feedback loop between user and developer. Cool. Probably there are much more benefits and downsides of this approach, of this phenomenon, but those two are most obvious and most important, I guess. So I just wanted to let you know about such phenomenon, and also to say that RD and also guix and many other free and open source software projects doing dogfooding, and actual developers and maintainers of the software use it themselves. So it utilizes such benefits I listed here, and for big projects, dogfooding also happens, but people usually touch only a small part of the system in their daily lives, so the testing becomes smaller scoped and doesn't cover the whole project. So dogfooding doesn't mean that you don't need testing, quality assurance, and other tools that helps you to maintain, scale, and develop a project with good quality. It's just complementary thing that adds some benefits for almost no cost. Okay, let's do some work. Actually, talking about dogfooding, it's probably a related thought about university professors, and it is really great when the university professor is also a person who do some engineering, do some programming, and has a practical experience, because when you have a theory and you have some practice, you can provide so much more insights and more knowledge. And if you learn only theory and have very few hours of practice, you can provide some information which make not so much sense in real life. And this is a problem between theorists and practitioners, and that's good when people who do actual engineering work is also do some theoretical research and going to the university as a professor, and it makes it easier to transfer knowledge and insight from experts in the fields to the university students. And I think it's kind of dogfooding when professor don't not only learn theory, but also has a lot of practice and share the actual knowledge that he applies with the students and the results of this application. Okay. I would say that's it for theoretical part. Let's continue work on our RD appearance feature, and let's clean it up, and I hope finish it today. And if we do it too quickly, maybe we'll continue work on test runners. Let's see. What we have here. Here I already did some work to make almost all previous changes work as they worked before. I didn't finish with window divider. Let's close this emacs and let's test it here. I have, as you can see, two stripes at the middle of the frame, which not removed, and they actually controlled by, let's call describe face, window divider last pixel, and probably first pixel as well. Yep, that's right. And now I will rebuild the whole home environment, and we'll see if our change fixes this small problem. The thing that I don't like is that we use a function, and inside this function we use a macros, and inside this macros we actually call custom set faces. And after that we add the function doing all this stuff as a hook to enable them, and after that we enable actual them, and probably not them but theme, but my pronunciation is far from perfect. The reason I don't like such approach, because it's not declarative but imperative. That means we call a function every time the theme is loaded. After that, inside this function, we call a few other functions to obtain the values for these symbols, and we substitute the symbols with those values and so on. And it's, you know, hard to control, hard to reason about, and it's much better if we do something like this. Just specify a few overrides in a declarative manner. That means that we say which faces has what values, and we need to explore if it's possible with new modus themes API to do it. It takes a while to rebuild the whole home environment, especially when I stream, because streaming takes a lot of resources, and rebuilding the profile with almost 200 packages takes quite some time. You can see it's even more than a few minutes. But let's I was looking for an option to highlight colors in the buffer, so I can easier understand what overrides are happening in some cases. And I found rainbow mod, which probably what I'm looking for. And let's check it. We have we have our window divider faces fixed, and you can see there is no line anymore between buffers. And let's open modus operandi theme, for example, and here we see a lot of colors, and let's call rainbow mod. Cool. And now you can see that colors are highlighted. The only problem is that it highlights even variable names, not only colors inside quotes. Rainbow mod. And there are not so many variables to control the behavior of this mod. So probably we will just keep it as it is. Or maybe let's take a look at the source code of this package. Oh, rainbow HTML colors. Rainbow HTML colors. Okay, I see. We can just disable it. Huh. Unfortunately, it didn't help us. Or maybe it's X colors. Rainbow NC HTML X colors. Okay, let's see the description. Okay, let's try to disable it. Nil. Cool. Now it highlights only hex colors, which is great. And here I had to redefine macro used by modus theme, because it didn't work, because this call wasn't possible due to theme undefined, because here it was not theme but another function which gets current model theme, and because of it didn't work. But what actually happens here, we just take a list of colors available in palette, and after that, using the macro, overrides these colors with appropriate values extracted from current theme. And we need to obtain this list in advance, but we can do it until theme is loaded and we don't enabled, and we don't want to enable it before we define this function. So it's a problem of imperative programming. We do need to trace all those jumps in the logic of loading theme. However, it could be ideally it could be quite declarative, as it's done here. And I would like to find if we can actually do something like this. So let's go to the manual. And let's go to the beginning of this manual. It's quite huge, I would say, and it would be hard to go through the whole manual even in one day, I guess, especially if I will be reading all the text here. Learn about latest changes looks interesting. Installation, not so interesting. Enable and load. Let's see. Customization options. Custom reload theme. Disable other themes. Bold construct italic mixed fonts. Comment prompts. Blah blah blah. Palette overrides. Looks interesting because actually we would like to override something. Advanced customization. More accurate colors in terminal emulators. Preview per theme. Use theme colors in code. This is actually what we want, but it uses this macro, so it's not a perfect solution. Okay, and let's take a look at what we have here. Window divider. Actually, we have a few definitions here. And they defined, let's see what this variable is. Modus themes faces. Okay. Modus theme faces themes. Divider. Okay, that means that we can override them. Right? I hope so. Modus themes faces. Border modline. I just taken a look at the palette overrides, and I know that it's possible to do something like this. And let's see. Here it seems we can redefine only colors, like this one. You can actually make something like this and specify it. Negative, and that's it. And after that, we can get rid of this hook. It can check if it solves our issue, but it's not the right way way for sure, because we don't have to redefine those base colors. We want to redefine some specific faces, because such redefinition can break things in some different place. Also, let's see what we have here for fringe. Git getter. Okay. We also need to redefine some faces for git getter, and I don't see it here. Git. Oh, okay. We have it here. Git getter fringe. Edit intents. I would like to have some different values here. And as I understand, the only option for now is actually do just actually do what I do. Hi Daniel. Hello from Querataro. It's something Spanish. Where are you from? Like country? I'm just curious how to pronounce it. Oh, Mexico. What happened to this page? Querétaro. That's much easier than I actually tried to do. I want to visit Latin America someday. I think it's quite interesting region with a good weather and very good fruits and vegetables and people. What is more important? Okay, we rebuilt it. Whoa. Whoa, it's awful. Hmm. Probably it should be something like bg main, background main. Uh-huh. Unfortunately, the proposed solution is to use modus themes with colors and use custom set faces. What I really would like to see is the ability to extend the list, this list somehow. So it used my customizations used as these base values here. Let's see faces. Bint names color, palette around faces, specs, and variables. What about modus themes custom? Modus theme faces. Can I just append my values to this list and get them overridden? It should work. Let's try it. It's a little hacky and I'm not sure if prod actually expected that someone will touch this variable, but let's try. We actually can try it directly in the emacs instance we have. Let's just restart it. Oh, cool. We fixed our issue by overriding border and bg inactive. Which worked quite well, but I'm not sure if we didn't break anything else. So we will comment it out and we'll just call guix home rollback. Now we have this line and add to list modus themes faces. Oops. Let's experiment with only one value and let's see the current content of this variable. Git getter. Okay, we have 3 values here. And we evaluate this code block. We need somehow edit quoted. Cool. We quoted it and edit. Let's see. We edited at the beginning of the list. Window divider. Good. And okay, it doesn't work because it is at the beginning of the list, but we need to edit to the end of the list. Oops. Optional append. Yes, we need to append. And now let's see the value. Okay, what I did here, add to list checks if this value already in the list, and if it is, it do nothing. But I changed this value to a different one, which uses fg main, which probably intense. I don't know if such color exists. I hope so. Nothing happened. Switch. A few questions from Daniel. How does Lisp parse colons? Not sure what you mean by this question. You can use colons inside symbols, and it's completely okay to have it. So if you rephrase it, I will try to answer it. At the beginning of the var name, it returns a keyword. As far as I remember, it's like a constant string, and it's almost like a symbol which is quoted. Actually, I write Lisp inside scheme files, and after that they get serialized to the actual Lisp configurations. Whenever you have time, why did you move away from Nixos? There were a few reasons. You can watch my stream on Nix versus guix topic. I explain a few different aspects, but most important for me is the usage of general purpose language, which feels, more general purpose and have a little better tooling. I know that Nix now has quite huge ecosystem around Nix and a lot of libraries and so on, but it still feels like a DSL, which evolved and became a little more general purpose, but I still don't feel that time spent learning it and improving it in case something is missing is worth it. Hi Green Fork. Nice to see you here. And see you later, Daniel. Thank you. Have a nice sleep, I guess. See you. Okay, we get back to our problem. And adding a few definitions to the variable doesn't seem to change much. Oh, whoa. Do you see it? I see it. Why did it become transparent for a moment? We can make a radical solution. We can just patch the package, the source code of Modus theme, but I don't feel it to be a right way to accomplish our task. Okay, let's copy it. Restart emacs. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's see how load theme works. No confirm, no enable. No confirm. Okay, we loaded it, and now enable. Okay, it was alright. But wonderful. I don't get it. I really don't get it how it works. And this is a sucky thing about imperative programming. You know, I can't easily trace the path of the value getting from the top function to the some consequent calls and see it's in isolation in pure function. It's just random actions happenings all over around the system. You know, it doesn't have to be this way. When you call a function load theme, specifying a theme, and everything works, as you can see the red divider at the middle. And if you specify no confirm flag, it stops to work. It's nonsense. It still works. It's kind of stupid. Yeah, I also like prods themes. They're quite good and really nice for eyes. Okay. Uh, it looks very strange. What if we do load sim modus operandi through here? Okay, we can't print it. Yeah, feels very stupid. Of course, there's some reason for such a behavior, but my expectations, like a person who uses API not and don't know the actual implementation, that those two things will work the same except the confirmation. Okay. Okay, let's just try to do it this way. We also have load theme here, but it uses no confirm, and that means it's very likely won't work. We can move those requires here a little higher. What is the error? Okay. Now when we moved requires a little bit higher, it should work. And while it compiles, let's take a look at modus operandi sim. What it looks like. Okay, we have palit here. Our custom overrides. And the call to modus sims theme with these three variables. Okay, first one is variable declared by div theme. Second one is palit, and the third one is palit overrides. Very cool. Let's go to modus themes. Theme itself. What happens here? It's a macro. Again, the fact that we override those values before we load theme should do the trick. At least I hope so. Probably it should be even between here, like this. Oops. It looks grayish. And actually it's probably right. I had to override the value of this variable first here, and after that only load theme. So it uses overridden values, which still feels very hacky, even if it works. Unfortunately, we will need to wait one more time until the whole profile will build. And this is a downside of having emacs configuration to be a guix package, because every time you update some Lisp code, it rebuilds the whole profile with all those packages, and it takes a lot of time. There are two things that can be improved here. First one is profile build code, which unions different packages in one profile. And the second thing is using files in xdg directory instead of packages. There are pros and cons in this solution. The pros is that we won't need to wait while profile will be rebuilt. When we change something in the code in Emacs configuration, and it will work almost instantly. But the downside that we won't be able to use Emacs build system anymore. But actually we can, I guess. We can do it, but it will require some work to implement it. Okay, let's see. Maybe later we will do it to make it easier to rebuild every time this code. Okay. Still the same. Modus sim faces. And I see window divider at the beginning of the list. Okay, and let's add it to the end of the list. Maybe it will help. Probably it should help, and I don't know. Okay, let's actually copy this code again. While it builds, we do some experimentation. Background yellow intense. We edit it at the end of this list. And now toggling themes doesn't work. Load theme. It works. I still don't understand how it works. It doesn't work in both cases. When I add it at the end of the list, it doesn't work even when we load a sim without confirmation. What can I say here? Let's see the content of load theme. What no confirm effects. Oh, okay. What it does, it loads just call load modus operandi. Okay, it requires string. Very, very interesting. Let's try one more trick, but I won't make this solution to be committed. in the repository because it's almost unmaintainable code because it's so complex and this is so hacky. Probably I will keep this macros override and just use it. Oh, better define two variables. Let's see. Like this. Not very fun stream today because I'm a little frustrated. Okay. Let's just keep this partial solution that we have. Which doesn't look great, but it works at least. Also, it may break if we have non-modus sim. Modus sim. Current sim. With eval after with eval compile. We do it eval when compile because it is needed to make those variables to be defined, not to do things like this. And this one needed to load theme to make it possible to access this value, to obtain a list of colors. Actually, it doesn't matter what theme we will load here. But it will be needed for enable theme call. So I think it's okay to load main theme here. Not here, just just here. Okay, let's see. We have our divider fixed. Let's take a look at fringes. We have our fringes here, and they look okay. The old version looks a little more intense, but I think it's not a big deal. Now deleted lines are yellow. Which inconsistent with what we have here. And I don't like it. I mean, not the color, but the fact that they are inconsistent. So we need to change div color. Oops. Brandy. Let's see semantic color mappings. Button completion, date, line number, line mapping, mail, prompt, pros, rainbow, heading. That's it. Okay, describe face. My git div removed highlight. Let's see. My git div removed bg removed fk removed. Divs. Oh, actually, it's written here. bg removed. And what we have for our usual operandi. Rainbow. Okay. To make it consistent, we just need to use bg removed instead of what we had here. Instead of specifying the exact color. And this way we won't need this condition anymore. It will be just bg edit. But let's see which one. Edit faint, or something else. Let's just experiment. Open readme, open Scratch. It's called changed. Change should it looks pinky. Maybe let's see what intense says. I mean, looks like intense. And is it consistent with this color? It looks more like refined color. This one is faint, which is out of focus, and this one is just PG removed, I guess. But if we use not non-intense version, it's not visible. So we need to use intense version. Okay, it works for me. Now it's somehow consistent with diffs. And now let's them select usual modus operandi. Okay. Okay. Line here. Another option is to use fg edit, oops, to make it even more intense. Not really visible. This one is better. It's for sure better. Okay. I think that's the optimal. The optimal value. Probably this one is not needed when we require modus theme on compilation. It should require cl seek itself. Pup, pup. it is needed to make it work before any modus sim is loaded. Otherwise, modus commenting code for future myself and probably for people who will be looking at this code. Well, let's check our solution. I switch to dark theme. It looks neat. I actually like it. This one is a little bit brighter. It feels a little bit brighter. And actually this color is confusing because this new line doesn't look like this new line. It's more like this one. And for dark one, it's much better. This one looks good. It's time to switch to dark color scheme, I guess. The stream is fun enough for me. Thank you, Green Fork. Maybe you just like to see how people suffer. This yellow one is recognizable, but this purple one is confusing. This one looks more purplish than this one. Not a big deal, I would say, but still feels a little unpolished. What if I try instead of redefining this macro, just to enable theme. Will it work? No. Void function cell remove if not. Oh, probably. It is needed here. Suffering is usually a fellow friend of tinkering. Yep, I guess you're right. But sometimes I don't like to spend so much time on the things that, should just work. No enabled modus themes could be found. This is a report by this macro. And it happens at compile time, I guess. But what I try here doesn't make sense, because it should be evaluated compile time as well. So it should be enabled, and this macro should be. And this macro should just work. I suspect that emacs used for building package doesn't have a graphical environment, so enable sim doesn't work inside it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at it. It seems it worked. Whoa. Emacs is too complicated. I would like to see a more simple solution for editing code. Actually, I would like to see a lot of things to be much more simpler, starting from operating systems and primitives operating system operates on, to text, or I would say structural editor. I would like to share my thoughts on this topic, but I will do it on a separate stream someday, because today we have more work to do. But it looks like a success. We cleaned up our implementation, we fixed some hacks, and now we use more generic values here. And this solution is more robust and will work across all modus themes. And also it won't affect other themes, because we have a condition here. So it should be okay. Now I think I can commit those changes and push it to the RD repository. Good, let's check it. We start our emacs, we get our color scheme, we have divider, window divider transparent. Now we can open a file. See fringes, quite good. See status, it looks alright. Let's switch to the dark theme. It looks consistent. Yellow color for removed lines, blue color for added, and pink one for modified. Quite recognizable. Let's select VND tinted. green for added, red for removed, and yellow for modified. Looks good to me. Tinted, and now Deuteranopia. Oh, no, just usual one. Just usual one. Green, red, yellow. Looks recognizable. Now let's switch to bright color schemes. Operandi. Green, red, yellow. Looks good. Operandi tinted. Green, red, yellow. Recognizable. Very nice. And the last one. Blue, yellow, pink. I still feel it. This pink more like, I mean this purple is more like this pink than this blue. Maybe I need to drop a line to Protesilas and ask him if it's supposed to be so, or maybe we can change something about it, or maybe I can just live with it. Okay, it's okay result. Not the completely perfect, but good enough. And this was surprising that it helped. Wow. Do we still need this thing? Who actually uses CL sequence? Could I explain why exactly I need to tweak the colors? This is a good question. Here I tweak not colors but faces. And the reason I need to tweak them here, because it is expected that fringe here will have a different shape with background and foreground colors. And it will be plus sign, minus sign, or something like that. But I prefer more, stylish, slim lines, just without any symbols. It doesn't try to make icons on the fringe. It just prints a line with specific color. This is why I need some custom colors for those faces to make it work as I expect. And for window divider, it is expected to display a divider as a separate entity, but it looks not great when I see this divider, so I just try to make it the same color as background, so it looks transparent. And you can see that there are two buffers with a small gap between them, and this is actually a window divider, which is just not visible. Or you're asking about fringe colors and colors in the div. Why do I want to tweak them? Let's find out why we need require cell seek. Cell seek. It declares a function, and it's never loaded. Okay, cell remove if not. Okay, for some reason the function cell remove if not declared in modus sims but never loaded. Cell seek remove if not. It's actually an after loaded function. Okay. Okay, let's commit it in our new instance. First of all, I need to commit this package. RD packages. Let's say just packages. Packages zims. Latest max modus latest. It contains a fix for keycast faces. Emacs xyz. Let's commit this empty line and add it to the previous commit. Looks okay. Now let's go to emacs xyz. Copyright, correct. Oh, actually, I also need to update copyright for Nicholas. Emacs xyz features. But I will commit it separately. What we have here? RD emacs appearance, use modus sim latest. Right. Let's see what else we have. We have copyright. We will add this copyright to this commit. What I did right now, I just modified this commit and added copyright for Nicholas here. Yellow looks okay for me. I mean, red was maybe less bright and a little more calm, but you know, yellow looks okay too. At the last thing that I wanted to have this yellow color similar to the one I have in fringes. You can see here I have blue color. I have purple, and probably somewhere here I have I have yellow, and I wanted this color, this blue color, to be more like this purple one, so it looks more consistent. But you know, it looks like this purple color is somewhere between this, I don't know, pink, not pink, just some pink purple, and this blue one, which doesn't look great for me, but it's okay. And for dark themes, they looks absolutely okay. I will switch to dark theme right now. You see, this blue is almost the same. It's at least it's completely distinguishable that this one is blue and this one is blue, but this one is different. This one is purple or pink. And that's this is what I would like to be adjusted slightly. But what I did before, if you talk about overriding some faces, it's because of the fringes and because the way I implement fringes for git getter. So it can be predicted by color scheme that I won't be using foreground and background, and will be using only foreground as color coded thing and not an icon. So I have kinda inverted the meaning of foreground and background color for fringes for this situation. The contrast between background and foreground for yellow looks a bit off. Yeah, maybe you're right. But let's select the usual modus sim. Yeah, probably I would prefer the red one here instead of the green. Maybe I will redefine it later, or maybe not. We'll see. Anyway, I will try to use it for a while, and if I won't be satisfied with it, I will just change it. Okay, let's keep committing our changes. I will just commit all of those changes. RD emacs appearance, clean up. Clean up. If you don't mind answering, do you have color deficiency of some sort, or you just like other than red-green colors more? I don't have color deficiency, but in case someone have, it will be easier to use this color scheme. It is a first reason, maybe not the primary one at the moment of exploring Modus themes, but later I decided if people has such a problem, why don't make it easier for them to use it. And the second one, I like when I tried it, I just exploring the Modus themes, and when I tried it, I found out that I like red and blue colors more than red and green, and used it for quite a while, and now red-green looks not so cool for me, and I still use this color scheme, but after update to version 4 and to yellow background, I would say, at least for now, maybe I'm too conservative, but for now I don't like this change to the yellow background, but let's see, maybe I will change it myself, or maybe we will discuss it with prod. Maybe I will start using yellow and get used to it. I don't know yet. Okay, we have everything committed, and it seems to compile, and it seems to work. What is more importantly, so let's make some conclusion. What I would like to say today, something that looks pretty simple, maybe not so simple. This is about the fact when you see the small patch which introduce relatively small change of migrating from one version of the package to another, but in reality it takes a few hours to figure out what and how it works, and maybe doesn't work, and fix it. So it's a usual thing to software systems when you underestimate the effort required to make something, and this is partially because of the complexity of the systems, and they are usually complicated, not complex but complicated, and this is a part of the problem why you get some mistakes in estimation of efforts, because system is so complex that you can't be sure that some small change in one part will not affect the other part of the system, and so on. This is why it would be really cool if we steadily but surely will go to the way of simplification of software systems. And there are a lot of examples already which goes this way, and I would like to see this tendency to continue and to get a more reliable, flexible and capable software which requires much less effort to implement cool stuff. And the second conclusion will be that Dogfooding is cool. do it if you can. Yep, that's it for today. Thank you everyone for coming here. Thank you everyone for your attention, and see you in a bit. Bye.